Welcome back, guys. Today we are going to be looking at these four towers. So, these are the famous. This is a famous tower. These are some famous towers in the South Dakota arc. They appear around the beginning and the end of the arc. So yeah, kind of funny. So yeah, um, they're located in St. Joseph, which is around the edge of Missouri. So, these are Missouri towers, which I find very, very awesome. So, yeah, today we're just going to make an entire video dedicated to these four towers, along with some bad news about one of the towers. So, yeah, let's get into it. So, the first time I ever saw these towers was during a Google Meet with Wise Aiden. He was showing off towers he found on Google Maps, and these four towers were some of them. So yeah, like these towers amaze me because first off, a group of four towers all close to each other. They all have beacons too. Like and the monopole, a type of tower that doesn't have beacons, actually has a beacon. You know how cool that was when I first seen these on Google Maps and stuff. That was awesome. That just it was pretty nice. So yeah, back then I thought these towers were in some faraway state, but it wasn't until I got word of a possible South Dakota vacation trip. So yeah, my mom told me that she wanted to go to no, she said that we are going to South Dakota. So I started searching up routes and stuff to get to South Dakota, so I can try to find some cool towers to film along on the way. Eventually, I ran into this big city, and I seen these four towers from a distance, and I recognized a monopole. And I was just like, "Holy is this it? What is this? Are these the towers? Whoa, 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 whoa!" So I started getting closer and closer, and yep, to my surprise, they were these towers. I was just like, "Holy crap!" So yeah, I was just like, "Holy crap! I might film these. I might film these. Holy crap! I didn't think I'll ever do this." And then eventually, I would come to find out that these towers are actually in Missouri as well, which got me even more excited to film them. Like these are Missouri Pride towers. The time finally came to where I can film them. I passed them, and I was not disappointed whatsoever. All four towers still had their original. Um, they at least didn't have LEDs. I can't say all four of them still. No, 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 no. Actually, I can. All four of them still have their original beacons. No LED in sight. So the reason why I stopped to think about this and say that they didn't have their original beacons is I'll tell you that later. And you know what? Let's move on. That stuff we explain and tied up later. Okay, so let's start off with the what I consider to be the leader of these four towers, the middle tower. Here it is. This here is a red and white guide tower with two sets of beacons. So yeah, it has the most beacons out of all four, and it is the tallest of all four as well. But the view I'm at on Street View makes these two look taller. So let's move a little bit. So this is how tall it is, as you can see. Um, there it is. So this tower has two sets of 3,000 bees. I think I might have already told you that, but yeah, it just has two sets of 3,000 bees with dead markers. I found that out recently, thanks to the MoDOT Map app. So yeah, two sets of 3,000 bees. They work. They work perfectly, as I've seen. At day they do, and at night they do as well. They have the same night mode that Highway Patrol Tower has. I think. Yeah, it has the same night mode as a Rolla Highway Patrol Tower, because that's the most common 3000B night mode down here in Missouri. So yeah. And then here's a special thing. This tower also has two sets of old school incandescents, or 300 millimeters, just to make Aiden happy. Even though incandescent is another name, it's another name for the beacon, but Aiden sees it as a nickname for some reason. Hopefully, he doesn't take offense to that. So there's its bottom set of markers. Okay, I'm not in the right view. I need to get I need to find a different view of it real fast. I did it again. I was talking while the video was paused. So I don't know if you heard me or not, but um, we're going to tie things up here. So the reason why I didn't say all four towers still have the original beacons is because this tower here used to have old school incandescence as its beacon setup, but now has 3,000 Bs that are not original to the tower. So yeah, this tower doesn't have its original beacons anymore, but I can at least say none of the towers have LEDs, and one of them won't get LEDs anytime soon. It's not a good reason. I'd have to say. I did find a picture of all four towers at night, and it was an old picture as well. So you can see this tower's incandescent flashing. I can try to dig out the picture now. It's actually a screenshot. All right, so this is very blurry, but as you can see, wrong thing. As you can see, there's the one tower with its incandescent. So yeah, and and as you can see, the markers, they were working at the time, but they don't anymore. And FA is the only one to blame. So yeah, that's its incandescent, because I'm pretty sure this picture was taken before it got its 3000 Bs. So if I'm correct, those are the incandescents, or 300 millimeters, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, like there they are. So there's proof that they worked at least once. They obviously did. Why would they be on the tower? Sometimes I can just say stupid stuff. All right, so we got the leader out the way. Now it's time to look at what I consider to be the second member of this group, aka this gray cell tower, gray guide cell tower. So yeah, this here is kind of like the other one. It has a 3000B as well, but it doesn't have two sets of them, and it doesn't have leftover incandescence either. So it only has one beacon, sadly. Actually, no, it's not. That's not really a bad thing, because a little diversity in big tower groups like this is pretty nice. Which one? I think it would be cool if there's a fifth. I think it would be cool. I'm sorry, my family's distracting me. What I'm trying to say is I think it would be cool if there was a fifth tower here that had two sets of white only beacons. That would be very, very awesome, though we don't have that, sadly. So yeah. This tower here, it has one 3000B at the top, obviously. I don't know why I said that. Like, you guys should know. You can see it up there. And it also has one set of markers, but they don't work, I guess. Well, right now they're not working, at least. Like, every time I checked it at night, the markers wouldn't work. So yeah, it's pretty weird. Hopefully it's not permanent. I wouldn't imagine it being permanent, because this tower doesn't have two sets of beacons. So hopefully this new band markers crap is not evolving past flashing sign markers. Like, every tower must not have sign markers. I hope to God that never happens. And they say it's for the birds. The birds. We gotta protect the birds during migration. You know, like every time they migrate, they run into towers and die. Well, who cares? There's so many birds here in the United States. Who cares if some of them die due to towers? Like, seriously, bring back the markers. Bring back the. Okay, so yeah, this tower has two sets of cell antennas. And it also used to have a top set of has a used to have a top set of cell antennas as well. In the picture I showed you, um, you could see it. That's why I know that was an old picture, because its top cell antennas were removed in the early 2010s. I'm pretty sure. So my family won't shut up at the moment. So yeah. So as you can see, those are its old set of antennas at the top. They were removed a long time ago in the early 2010s for some reason. I think the tower would look cooler if it still had them, but at least it has two sets of cell antennas. I guess seeing that that belongs to the tower we're talking about now. So if so, that means that that area of the tower only had one set of antennas too, or one platform. Let's just call them platforms from now on. It's a little easier to say when you have a speech impediment and you're talking way too fast too. The tower has a few antennas as well, not cell antennas, but just radio antennas, ham radio antennas. I don't know. I'm not sure what those antennas are called. And it also has a little microwave. Has a little microwave on there. My thing didn't want to work. So yeah. As I know, it still has it. I'm pretty sure. Oh, I also forgot to mention the top platform. I'm guessing that tall antenna up there replaced it. Maybe like they just removed it and then put the antenna up there. So yeah, at least there's at least the top of the tower is getting used, because I do notice a lot that towers, the top of towers are not being used, usually get taken down, meaning a tower will be shortened, and sometimes, most of the time, they'll lose their beacon because they're not tall enough, which I think is really, well, I can understand why they would do that, but I don't like it. I don't like it when that happens. Alright, now it's time to move on to what I consider to be the third tower of the group. This here is another red and white guide tower, but it's not as tall as the first red and white guide tower. So this one here, it doesn't have a 3000B, and it doesn't have both 3000Bs and incandescents. It only has one incandescent, an old school incandescent with two sets of side markers. So when I first seen these towers, well, I mean, like, not when I first seen them, but when I filmed them, I started questioning, does the beacon and markers on this red and white tower work? Like, it's right next to another tower that has what FA would probably say has a better lighting system. Even though, sadly true, the incandescents are actually better than the 3000Bs, at least the ones that are made by Honeywell. Honeywell kind of ruined them. I found that out recently from Sean. And that's the reason why they have a lot of problems in the summer. So yeah, FA would still say it's better than incandescent for some reason. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, but to my surprise, in the picture, they were working. So if they were working back in the early 2010s, I would imagine them still working today. I don't know why they would be shut off today. Like, they should have just been shut off a long time ago when this new tower was built next to it. So yeah. So is a famous thing I mean, like, once I die, so would be a very, very popular thing to say. Only if I was a celebrity. I seen the incandescent and markers working on the Modot Map app at night when I seen it with the camera feature, you know. So yeah, I viewed all th- at least three of the towers. Not one of them, sadly. One of them is gone. So yeah, I think you guys can guess which one that is with all the evidence I brung onto the table with these three towers and stuff. So yeah, this here is an FM tower, and it looks like it used to be a cell tower as well. It has one abandoned, or I mean, one unused platform around the middle. And then it also has these small antennas here, which I'm not sure what those are used for. But this is mainly an FM tower, as you can see. It has a few FM antennas on it. So yeah, there's that. So its beacon works. The long mystery is finally solved. So now let's move on to our fourth and final tower. It's also the smallest tower as well. This here is the Monopole cell tower and microwave tower too, since it has a microwave, which is not very common for monopoles. So it's pretty cool to see that this tower had a microwave on it. So with all the evidence, the like you should take the three other towers as evidence that this tower is the tower I've been talking about that's missing. Because I said this has no working sign markers anymore. I think I might have paused the video again, so it's just in case I'm going to say this again. This tower, I found out, has no working sign markers. This tower here has markers, but they're not currently working right now. And then this tower's incandescent and markers are still working. So with all that evidence, you would know that this tower here, this monopole, is the tower that is missing. So this monopole is a half cell tower, half microwave tower. So it's a hybrid of really the main use of this tower is for its cell antennas. Here, let's put that in better words. This tower is mainly being used. Well, it was mainly used as a cell tower. So that means that it's the microwave makes it a microwave tower hybrid. This tower had an FH324 with working markers because I would imagine the markers working on this one, unlike one tower here, unlike that one. I really hope my parents don't hear me. That'd be awkward. So So yeah, this here had an FH324 dual strobe and markers. So that's really all I can say about the tower. Um, when I filmed it, there's no problems, so it was working fine. And in the old picture of all four towers, it went into normal night mode. As I know of, I think, um, um, for some reason, every time I look at an FH324, I'm always like, Hmm. That one looks like it. That one might have backup night mode issues. The reason why is because down here in my area, um I only see FH324s go into backup night mode. No other strobe other than the 3000B, but I only seen that happen once. So yeah, um I was questioning if this tower might have went into backup night mode once or has backup night mode problems. I wish I wish that question was answered and stuff. But it sadly wasn't because um, I'm guessing me and Aiden came up with a conclusion that it's dead. So yeah, if you watch the other video, the screen recorded video I posted today as well. I did say one of the things in the video. It said I mean, there should be a monopole over here with an FH324, but it's missing, and me and Aiden already came up with a reason why. And that reason why is because the tower was taken down, I believe. So yeah, um, this crane here looks like it looks like it was lifting up new cell antennas on one of these two platforms on the gray tower. So maybe those cell antennas are replacing the monopole. So maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure, but that might be the reason why the monopole is gone now. So yeah, the monopole's gone. I couldn't find it, when I couldn't see it whatsoever in the app, the Modot app. At first I thought it was just at first I thought the beacon wasn't working, so I waited until the next night, where I seen it the next night when the sun was setting, and I couldn't see the tower whatsoever. It was just missing. It was gone. So yeah, I reported it to Aiden and Merzen. Aiden responded to it. He said that it was obviously blending in with one of these two towers. And I showed him the exact spot where the camera is on the highway, where I'm able to view these towers on the MoDOT map app. And then I was just like, this is the best I can. This is the best angle I can get. This is where the camera was facing. And then he replied with, "It's obviously blending in, lol." And then he realized, I mean, here, I felt defeated. I was just like, there's no way I'm going. There's no way I can convince him that it's gone. And then he said, "Wait a second." And then I realized, oh crap! Now he realizes. And then he said, "No, the tower's gone. No, they took it down." Um. So yeah, he realized that the tower's gone now. So yeah, I'm not. I don't want to be one of those people that deny everything, because those people kind of suck. Um, like, it's obvious this tower's obviously gone. Um, the tower would not be in any other spot around here. Like, let me show you. Let me show you where the camera was facing. Let's show you. I'm going to show you the exact spot. So here's the camera. There it is. And then here, hold on. There's a sign blocking the towers. That's better. So there they all are. You can see the monopole there. So yeah, there it is. So there's all four towers. As you see, the monopole is standing next to the tower with the incandescent and two sets of sign markers. Now then, let me show you a little screenshot from, or just let me just show you the other screen recorded video I posted today. So let's take a look. Okay, so get out of here. All right, so you can see, nowhere to be seen, nowhere at all. It's gone. It should be right over here, standing next to the tower with the incandescent, but it ain't, and it won't, because the tower is gone. I'm not happy to say that. I'm not happy about it whatsoever. That tower was a special tower in the group because it was a monopole with a beacon. You don't see that every day. Monopoles, they usually never they don't get beacons. They only get beacons if they're close to airports. But other than that, they don't get beacons unless they're right at 200 feet. Then maybe they'll get a beacon. Like, I'm pretty sure the tallest a monopole can get is 200 feet. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I bet 200 feet monopoles are very, very rare. So the only times a monopole would really get a beacon is if they're close to any sort of airport or a helicopter pad. So I'm guessing these towers are close to an airport because there's this very, very small AM tower with a working incandescent. So I'm guessing there's an airport here. There must be, because if not, then the incandescent on this tower would not be working, and there wouldn't be any FH324 on the monopole. It would just be beaconless. So yeah, it sucks to say, but I think the tower is dead. It must be dead. It's nowhere to be seen, and it's not in any other spot. Like, it's not here. It won't be here. And, like, it's not out of the camera's reach. So yeah, like, there's all four towers that are beacons and all that crap, and the tower of death as well. I didn't expect this to be 26 minutes long. I expected it to be 40 or 30. I make way too long videos. I can literally talk about one thing that has a small amount of information, and then the video would turn into like a 30 minute video and stuff. So yeah, see you guys later. Bye.